It's Simon Chan. I'm here to fire you up and get you going because we all know we need some motivation like the way we need oxygen. Hey, before I start off, tonight is the webinar free for everyone. Five strategies on how to grow your business during the holiday season. We're going to cover a lot of things. Drop in the webinar in the comments. I'll send you the link if you haven't registered for it. It will be recorded. It will be a replay. Make sure you register. You get sent to you. We're going to talk about why these 2 months, November, December, are your best month, how to get your prospects' attention during the holidays, the specific types of social media posts you should be posting, small things that you can do to easily create influence, and also campaigns and incentives that you can run for your teams to create duplication. It's free and open for everyone. Just drop in webinar in the comments and I'll send it out to you. The link to register, right? It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. And of course, my favorite part of it is going to be a live Q&A. Any questions, anything you need help with, why really course like coaching, anything you want to help with, I'll be on the webinar and answer your questions. All right, good to see you, Adam. Good morning, Lindsay. Great to see you, Lindsay. It's been a while. Great to see you, my friend. Paul, good morning. Glenda, good morning. Angelique, good morning. Back in the USA. So, Lindsay, where did you travel to? Janice, I'll send you the link to the webinar in a second. All right. All right. So how's your week been so far? It's a Thursday already. Okay. Don't forget, push yourself hard. Friday is the deadline. Okay. It doesn't matter if your company is paying you monthly, company pays you weekly, whatever. Push hard every week. Here's a good routine is and the weekends, you plan out your week and then you recap and then you set a goal. And then every day you work towards that goal, set certain milestones. Right. Well, congratulations on your incentive trip, Lindsay. That's awesome. Dominican Republic. I actually never been there. I need to go there one day. Hey, something to think about is creating the culture of Friday Night Madness. That's something that we do with my teams. Friday night, we push hard until Thursday, Friday. Always do as many presentations as we can on Thursday. And then Friday, we finish strong. And then Saturday, you can relax a little bit, right? But push yourself hard. You got 48 more hours left until the weekend. All right. Today we'll talk about if you want to achieve more, focus less, right? Focus less. We tend to do a lot. I think this is, you know, this is like the curse of being an entrepreneur, right? If you're watching this, I know you have unlimited ambition. You have so many things you want to achieve, but the problem is, God's not giving us any one extra second. You have more goals, all this ambition, but you're not getting any more time. In fact, often you get less time because everything you accomplish takes a little bit more time. I'll give you an example. You make a sale. Now you got to service that customer. You sign up a downline. Now you got to go train them and help them, right? The more you grow, the more things you need to do. So, and that alone is tough already. And then we got the personal development is important, but we got all these things going on. Like we want to do this, we got to do that. You see someone successful on TikTok, I want to do that. But someone's doing well on LinkedIn, I want to do that. Someone's doing well on BNI, I want to do that. Right? Focus on one thing. Oh, sometimes you have the worst is like you want to do two businesses at the same time, or you want to do that's even worse, right? So make the most of one opportunity and more opportunities will come your way. Focus on one thing, right? Focus on one thing. And generally, the more you focus on one thing, the opportunities will come. I'll give you an example. Right? Just say, like, talk about social media. You want to do TikTok and you also want to do Instagram, right? So you end up doing both. You end up doing also LinkedIn. And then you actually don't really get good at any of it, right? You dabble just because of the limited time and limited resources. Focus on one thing, and then you see a lot of when you go deep in one thing, you discover a lot of nuances, small little things you would never know about. I'll give you an example. When I focused on Instagram Live, right, and this was after I got my Facebook going, I realized that somehow the app will crash on me for whatever reason. Apple crashes something, but if I did one little tweak with the camera, then it'll work out. Right? It took me 2 weeks to figure that out. That's an example, right? Another example of when I built in the markets. When every time I built on many different markets, trying to do so many countries at once, never did well. Yeah, I think that was one of the mistakes I made in the Malaysia market. Was actually Malaysia did pretty well, but itself I could have done a lot better. I was focused on different cities. When I went to the Philippines, I learned that mistakes. I focused on one city, Manila. We built on one city. When I focused on one city, everything just started taking off. I learned the culture, I learned the leaders, the better relationship with leaders, just going back to the same city all the time, right? So move boldly, whatever direction you're going, have courage, go more and double down, triple down that one thing. That doesn't mean you can't do everything. It just means you can't do everything at one time. Get really good at one thing. And then once it gets going, then you can move on to the next. And going back to the Malaysia store, once I built it up, I didn't make my mistakes there. Once I built it up, we brought in 400 people in a month, right? Now looking back, I could have gotten like 1,000 people, but I explained the mistakes there. But once I built there, then 2 years later, expanded to the next country. But you focus on one thing at a time. Same thing with Facebook. Focus on one. You're working on Facebook, get really good at it, right? And I just shared with you how I became successful. My company was focused on online marketing. We did Google AdWords. I got really, really, really good with Google AdWords just back 17 years ago. I got that. And then went to Facebook advertising. Before anyone else did it, started doing it in 2008, 2007. 2008 was when I started, mid 2008. Got really, really good at it, right? Then ML Nation was the podcast. I didn't do so many different things. Just focus on the podcast. Got really good at it before expanded something else. So focus, focus, focus. Whatever you're doing, do more. I always talk about do more of us. Do less things, but go deeper and deeper and become that expert at it. So anyway, that's why I got to talk more about it, how it relates to everything in tonight's webinar. Don't forget, the register is free and open to everyone. Tag some of this video, share them. 5 strategies to grow your business during the holiday season. Give them a last shout out to Bob. Good to see you. Damon, great to see you, my friend. Lena, good morning. And Janice, all right. Eric, good to see you here. Hey, not checking your email messenger before nighttime is huge. Okay, I'll give you one last thing is your subconscious mind works when you're sleeping. I'm teaching this to my boys. Like, think about the most important thing you need to do and look at that. Think about that before you go to bed. And your subconscious mind actually works on that problem. Don't distract it by looking at messages and different things. All right, everyone, that's what I have. Go out there, crush it, stay focused. See you all at the webinar tonight, and have a positive impact on someone's life. Make today an amazing day. God bless.